Okay, so today we are painting our James Rizzi picture, and the big thing is that we're starting with the big spaces. We want to make sure our paint goes as far as we can. So with your watercolors, make sure to keep your cup in the container, and then there's several different choices. There'll be a flat tray, or perhaps liquid watercolors, or perhaps my loose ice cube trays that just have individual ones. The biggest rule is that they stay where they're at. We don't take them out, we don't move them, they stay where they're at. My second rule is that you do not pour water into my watercolors. Please do not pour water into my watercolors. To activate them, put some water on your paintbrush, swirl it around, put some more water on your paintbrush, swirl it around, and that is how you get the nice watercolors. So remember, we're going to paint in big spaces first. So you can use a little bit, I might have a few different ones out, but big spaces first. And then if you want to make something a different color, like the windows, try to wait for your, like this purple. Let's wait for this purple to dry, and then you can go through and do your windows. So we're going to try to not do stuff right beside each other. You're going to try to do things that are a little further away. That way you can give your paint some time to dry. Now, if you've noticed, I haven't even went back in my paint. I just put some water on my brush, and look how much more paint there still is on my brush. So watercolors go a long way. Okay. Now, I want to do these windows, but I'm going to wait for that to dry. Just wait. Change your color and maybe skip and go somewhere else. So let's go to another big space that's a little further away. Maybe I want to do this cat. So it's up to you. But that way, because watercolors tend to blend and go together. So if you skip a little space and wait for it to dry, that'll help you keep them nice and neat and keep the color where you want it to be. Just put it back in the water, and look, I have more paint on my paintbrush. You can always go back into the water. Okay. And it doesn't take long for these to dry, especially if you're doing a nice, clear, thin coat, which is what you should be doing, because watercolors are a layering paint. You want to be able to layer them later on. Last rule is always rinse your brush before you change colors. And if your brush is having a bad hair day, that means that it needs a drink of water. So make sure to give it some water so it does not have this bad hair day. Nice drink of water, and make sure to rinse it before you change your colors. Let's get our first point. Something smells good. Alright, second grade. Quietly and safely, let's get to your seats. Yes. Yes, she does.
Why is there on a